What is going on, guys? DBG here, and today we're going to be doing a tier list of the best small forwards in NBA 2K22 MyTEAM lads. So, again, apologies for getting this out a little bit late. I've just kind of had a lot of things to do the last couple of days. But yeah, so this is only going to be primary small forwards. If I've accidentally put someone in from a different position, I do apologize. Because on the 2KDB or the MTDB website, the 2KDB doesn't save pictures as JPEGs, which is very, very annoying, or PNGs. It saves them as web pictures, which you can put into tier lists. And then as well as that, you have got MTDB, which doesn't have things set to primary, secondary positions. So here we are. Here we are. So English. Hey, English is so good. Like, English is maybe. Honestly, you could maybe argue that English is a tier, could be S tier. Because he's got that mellow release on quick, which is, again, one of the most kind of slept on releases in this game. There's a lot of really good release on quick, I will say. And I've yet to find a bad release on very quick. So the mellow release is nice. He's got really good dribbling. His shooting's nice. His defense is really good. And again, like, he's A, but I mean, English versus Mallon, I think that's a debate. I really do. Iggy. I'll go B. Iggy plays really, really good defense. His handle's not great. His shooting's okay, but his defense is really, really good. So, like, if you look at Andre Iguodala here, like, you're looking at a card that's going to compete with the best of the best on the defensive end. Like, 87 interior, and every other defensive stat above 92, with a block of 92 being his next lowest rating. Got that 95 driving. Like, the only issue again with him is the slasher dribble style, but Iggy on quick's a good release. I'm going to put him B. I think he might be like the top of B though. Andrew Wiggins. I think at this stage of the game, Wiggins is D tier. But I mean, when Wiggins came out at the very start of December, he was a really good card. So, like, he came out on the 3rd of December, the first day of Season 3. But, like, if we look at the maxed out set, like, this was a rough set, especially because of the pack odds. But, like, Caruso was good. Wiggins was really good. Gordon wasn't bad, especially when he became super cheap. But with Wiggins, you're getting like 90 lateral, really solid defense stats, and he's a 6'8", 2 guard. Can't dribble though. He's not bad. He's still not bad right now. I can't put him into worthless here, but I think D tier is fine for him. Anthony Davis. I don't know if he's top 5. I don't think for me he's not top 5. 80 is good though. I'm just putting it this way. I prefer Evan Mobley to Anthony Davis. I think Mobley's just is longer, plays better lanes. I think release-wise they're identical. Movement-wise they're almost identical. The only difference is 80 has a better behind the back. So yeah, 80 is pretty good, especially with that half quick first step. But I'm gonna go A tier with him. I'm gonna go D tier for Anthony Edwards. I think he's terrible. I think he absolutely sucks. Like, Anthony Edwards is really good in real life. Don't get me wrong, he's really good in real life, but he's got a bad player build. He's a base dribble style, which again, I don't even mind base. I think it's a lot better. Base is better than slasher and power for me. But base 80 on normal timing, no real defense. Maybe put him D tier is too low. Maybe he belongs 1 tier above in C tier, but he's bad. Ingram is like C. Ingram can kind of cook on offense. Shifty dribble style, pro 3 behind the back. Ingram's player build is so damn skinny though. He can't guard anybody. Like, Ingram is just so meh. He's so meh. I think I might move. Like, Ingram could easily go down to D tier. He's not as good as Edwards. Honestly, is Ingram better than Wiggins? I don't know. But we're gonna now just throw in some players in the worthless tier. We're like 5 minutes into this tier list. So, worthless tier starts off with this trash can. Paul Pierce. So Paul Pierce came out at the very start of Season 4. He was the first 98 overall card in the game. Like, when people were getting this card, he was the very, very first 98 overall card. Like these stats aren't even that good. They're not bad. They're not that good. It doesn't even come with half range. It doesn't even come with chef in general. No interceptor. Sure, quick dribble style, but Paul Pierce on normal is up there at the worst release in the game. I'm just putting it this way. Like, Paul Pierce on quick on Cole Anthony's terrible. He might be the worst release in the game on very quick. Well, I'm being dead serious. Like, Paul Pierce's release is just so awkward. Like, Paul Pierce's release on current gen used to be really good back in the day. He just stepped in from the corners. Like, he used to be green. Now it's just terrible. Him. Mike Miller is the most disappointing player I've ever used in my team. Like, when Mike Miller first came out, we thought this guy was going to be Zeus. So he came out the same day as Moments of the Month, and came out the same day as Terry. And people were like, Jesus, he's got 94 speed, 94 acceleration, 95 3 ball. He's got half range, half catch and shoot. He's a 6'8" 2 guard. And you can just upgrade a couple of defensive badges. And his defensive stats aren't horrific. People are like, oh, Jesus, this guy might be as good as Terry. I don't know what it is. Is the Chris Mullen upper maybe? His release feels so slow. Like, it feels so slow. His movement was just awkward. He felt slow and clunky. I've never felt a player with 90 speed ball, 94 speed, 94 acceleration, and half quick first step feel as slow as Mike Miller did. He could shoot wide open. Couldn't really play defense for me. He was just a worse version of the... I'm trying to think. Pink Diamond Corver, that's who I'm trying to think of. But, like, yeah, he should be good. He was terrible. At this stage in my team, these guys are both worthless as well. They had their times. They really did have their times. Mikal Bridges especially. He was a demigod for his time. He was so good. And... Kispert. I'm sorry, Corey. I'm sorry, Corey Kispert. You were God last year. Corey Kispert, that Dark Matter card, he made Clay look terrible. He was just a god. He made Invincible Clay look useless. He was just Zeus. He was my starting 2 guard for so long. Like, when I was playing competitively, I didn't run him because I just ran runners. As in, like, my starting 2 guards were, like, literally just 6'10" dudes that could play defense, like Cliff Robinson. But, like, when I was playing Unlimited, Corey Kispert was my starting 2 guard. He was one of my best players. He was a dominant player in NBA 2K21. The problem is that, well, we're in 2022, and he's just not very good in game. He's still got Ray Allen Quick, which is a good release, but nah, that's where he belongs here in worthless tier. Anyone else? Robert Reed, maybe? He's not even bad, though. Like, he's actually not bad. Like, Robert Reed's got, like, 84 speed. All of his stats are in the 80s. He's got an okay release with base dribble stat. Yeah, if I've got Mike Miller in worthless tier, Robert Reed's going to worthless tier. I don't even think he's that bad. His diamond card last year was so damn good. If any of you guys remember his diamond card last year, I can't remember what he was for. I need to find what Robert Reed's diamond card was for last year. Was it a Flash? Yeah, it was a Flash. Flash 9, 21st of May. He came in this Wiseman batch. But this card here had, like, ridiculous stats. And he also came with, like, shifty dribble style, Kevin Durant on very quick base with Rudy Gay upper, so he's way more chick than KD. And the Curry slide. He was God. It's Robert Reed. Meh. I just realized I have been showing a 2KDB screen and that you guys did not see. But yeah, he was a flash card last year. He was a demigod. And let's go to... I'm going to not put Luke Walton. I'm going to put Luke Walton 1 tier higher. I think Worthless is done. Reddish. I'm way higher in Reddish than most people. I think Reddish is so good. I think Reddish is so good. Screw interior. Reddish is incredible. Reddish is absolutely incredible. Like, for me, he's better Paul George. Like, he's got that 94 speed. He's got that 99 steal, 95 lateral, half quick for his step. He's got the normal leaner. He's got shifty. He's got the wings behind the back. Paul George and quick. He's going to shoot the ball well. Like, he's so good. He's so good. He's so good on defense. I don't care that he's got 65 interior. He's still incredible in game. So then we've got Melo. Melo's that tier below. Melo's actually really good on defense. Like, that's kind of a surprise, is how good Carmelo Anthony is on defense. Like, sure, he's got gold badges, but his stats are solid. And the one thing about Carmelo Anthony is he just plays better defense than his stats suggest. Like, I had this Melo with no extra defensive badges and these terrible defensive stats. And he used to hold his own on defense for me till November. Like, I legit, not even November, till like January. He was in my squad till season 4. And he was holding his own defense with these bum stats. But this card here, like, if he had Melo and quick, if he wasn't out here with slash dribble stop Melo and normal, he'd be a higher tier. But he's a really good shooter, really good scorer, and a solid defender. He's gonna go B tier. Then we got Kazi. I would love to put Kazi in S tier, but Kazi's not. There's no point even going over Kazi's stats. He's got base 3 on quick. Like, I think we can all kind of just accept, yeah, Kazi's a beast. And now we got 2 S tier players in a row in Chris Mullin and Cedric Maxwell. I'm not as high on Chris Mullin as most people are. I don't know what it is. Like, it's. I know exactly what it is. Like, I can't move. I'm not good at moving in this game. Man, like, you could argue that I move better in real life than I do in 2K. And I most definitely do not move well in real life right now. But he's got base 22 on very quick. Quick dribble style. Scotty behind the back. The Curry slide, which the Curry slide is just so overrated. Good dunk. Good lateral quickness. Really, really good shooter. Good on defense. There's just something I don't like about Chris Mullin. For me, he's no better than like a Clay. He's no better than a Kobe. But I know in the hands of the right hands how deadly Chris Mullin can be. And then we just got Maxwell. Cedric Maxwell's God. He's so good. He's so good. Like 95 speed. Yeah, sure, he's getting 88 3 ball, but I mean, he's any coach. Dude, I was picking random coaches and they all give a +5 3 ball. It's his only stat that's not unbelievable. His badges are unbelievable. He comes with gold range. He also comes with base 3 on very quick and quick dribble style, as well as being 6'8 with a 7'1 wingspan. Yeah, Cedric is elite. Cedric is elite. Get him into S tier. Okay, Cincinnatus Powell. Cincinnatus Powell. His player, he's just tiny. I think Kazi's better than him. I don't think Kazi's much better. I think Kazi's better. He's just tiny. He's 6'7 with a decent wingspan. Doesn't matter, he's tiny in game. He's still got like X on base, which is unbelievable still. Like, it's not last year's X on base. Sure, it's not last year's X on base, but it's not like it's not still one of the best releases in the game. Then we got Danilo Gallinari. I mean, he's hovering. I'm going to put him top of... I don't think he's as good as Kazi or Cam, so I'm going to put him top of B. But Danilo Gallinari can shoot and can dribble a little bit. I'm also going with Granger in B tier. I think that's kind of where Granger belongs. Granger's a really, really solid player. He can fade a little bit. He just can't really move. Like, he has a fundamental dribble style. Like, it's just, you're not going to really be able to create with Granger. And he can't even play the 2. If he could play a 2 and he was a 6'9" 2, that would help. But, nah, he's not. He's... The other guys just do more than him in tier above. DeRozan. I mean, base DeRozan might be worthless. I'm putting DeRozan in D tier. I don't rate DeRozan at all. I think he's bad. Like, he was a solid free Galaxy Opal when he came out. But, like, if he wasn't a free Galaxy Opal in a time when nobody had Galaxy Opals, nobody would ever use this card. Like, DeRozan's actually got some pretty good SIGs, but his stats and badges are horrific. The stats not so much, but his badges are just horrific. He doesn't come with anything. Doesn't come with quick first step. Doesn't come with range. Doesn't come with like interceptor. He's just weak. Neek. Dominique's gonna go C tier. Like Dominique's stats are okay. Again, a solid defender. Good speed. He's free. Base 8 on normal timing. I think base 8 on quick is fine. Don't like it on normal. He's only okay though. He's not as good as like a Granger, so I'm happy with this tier. Yeah, I'm happy with it. Now, Elgin Baylor, like, stats and badges wise, the guy's nearly perfect. He's just 6'5". I'm gonna put Baylor in B tier. If you want to argue Baylor should be A tier, I'm not gonna have that argument. Is Baylor the best player in B tier? Possibly. He's gonna go B tier. Evan Turner is gonna go C tier. Evan Turner, one of the most slept on players in all of my team. Like, Turner is legit. I used him at one stage as my backup point guard. He is legit. Like, for me, Evan Turner is better in game than like a Jalen Green. So base 22 on quick, shifty dribble style, 6'7", decent wingspan, solid defensive badges, solid defensive stats, and there's just something about, I don't know what it is, it's really hard to explain. There's just something about the way he moves and shoots in game that is just so good. So Jalen Green, or Evan Turner, going to C tier. Gerald Green. I'm putting Gerald Green in C tier as well. Like, again, he's kind of like lacking in any crazy good stats, but like, he's still brilliant. So Gerald Green, you can go into C. Yeah, I think that works. Okay, then we get Glenn Rice. I don't like Glenn Rice. I think he's 6'7" and has okay defensive stats and okay shooting stats. I just don't like base 13. Like, it's greenable. It's definitely greenable, but is that the best? Like, the best way to describe it is like he can green wide open, which every player in Worthless tier can. He's like slightly better Corey Kispert. Gordon Hayward's a 6'8" 2 guard. That's why he's in D tier. He's not great. Grant. Now, I'm putting Grant in B tier. Grant is just a better Andre Iguodala. He does not create well enough to be in this higher tier. For me, he doesn't play the defensive in Anthony Davis. He doesn't create like any of these other guys. For me, he's like Cam Reddish, except he can't move. That's basically it. Like, Reddish can at least move and shoot. Grant Hill can't do either. Grant Hill is a pure lock who's not a great scorer in this game. Hedo Turkoglu. He's hovering. He's better Gallinari. But I don't think there's enough of a difference between Hedo and Gallinari that I can put them in different tiers. Hedo Turkoglu was hovering, but I really like Hedo. He's got that leaner. He can handle the ball. He can dribble the ball quite well. He attacks the basket at a pretty good rate. His defense is solid just because of his player build and height. Hedo Turkoglu is in B tier for now. And the Diamond Hedo Turkoglu will always be the king of the leaners in 2K19. And then Amethyst Hedo is always just the damn best. Tatum. I like Tatum, but I don't think Tatum's above B tier. Like, to get above B tier, you either got to be able to create your own shot really well, or you've got to absolutely excel as a defender in the 3-and-D role, which someone like an AD does. Tatum doesn't. No, Tatum does, but not quite the level of AD. Jeremy Grant, A tier. Jeremy Grant is so damn good. I love this Jeremy Grant card. Like, his handle is good, his jumper is good. He's an unbelievably good defender. Like, we got some really good cards. Like, it's gonna be really tough. Like, I initially thought when I made this list, you know what, Jeremy Grant might be in my top 5, but no, he's not. But he's so good. He's so good. You could argue Jeremy Grant being the best player in A tier. You could also make the argument, I think objectively Reddish is better. He's better than Reddish, but I think you could also make the argument he's the second worst. Hondo, C. This is John Havlicek. This is not Hondo. It's the only way I can say it. Like, we all know. Like, we all know how good Hondo. We all knew how good Hondo was. This is John Havlicek. This is not the Hondo we knew. Kawhi Leonard. BS. And that's probably the exact 2 letters you guys say when someone off-balls using Kawhi Leonard and they just keep stealing the ball off you. Kawhi Leonard, such a good shooter, such a good defender, plays lanes really, really well. Like, he's insane. He's insanely good. The last 2 spots are going to be so tough at this small forward position. Oh, man, like, there's one card that I don't like that a lot of people love that I'm not putting on the list. Not putting in my top 2. Like, I'm going to leave the last 4 till the end because there's 2 more spots. I'm going to leave the 4 of LeBron James, Vince Carter, Terry Dishinger, and Scottie Pippen. I'm going to leave those 4 to the end. But Kevin Durant, A tier. Kevin Durant was a person who, again, coming into this tier list, I thought maybe he could have a spot in S tier. He's just got that Kevin Durant release on normal timing. His defense isn't even that bad. It's just, in terms of just the overall game of my team, there are just better players. There are better players. Like, he's not as good as these 3 guys. Middleton, C. Middleton is so chick in the catch and shoot situation. He doesn't do anything else that well. Doesn't even come with an interceptor. Wide open off catch and shoot. He's absolutely chick though. So, yeah, he's going to go there. He's definitely a tier ahead like the Gordon Haywards of the world, but he's going to go C. Odom's B. So Odom's got that like Paul George dribble style. He can play defense well. He's 6'10". He'll shoot the ball well. He's like a 6'10", slightly downgraded, like Opal Paul George. Yeah. Or you could argue he's an upgraded pink time Paul George. But Lamar Odom's a really solid card. Plays good defense, plays good offense. He belongs in B. LeBron James, get into B tier as well. This LeBron James is a very, very solid defender. Is not going to create too much on the offensive end. And by not create too much, he's not going to create anything. He'll hawk lanes and he'll hit wide open jumpers. The reason I have this one in over the Opal is this one is like 1/3 or is like 1/10 of the price and is equally as good. Luke Walton, getting the D. Luke Walton's not that bad. I just want to put it out there. Luke Walton's actually not that bad. He came out in the Bracket Busters challenges, I think. Yeah, so he's got like solid stats all around, but he has base 20 on quick or shifty dribble style and some solid badges. He's not a bad player. PG. I'm putting him in B tier. This is another one of my controversial ones. Like, if you're asking me, is Paul George better than Jason Tatum? I don't know. Is he better than Pink Diamond Kawhi? I don't know. Is he better than Lamar Odom? Yes. I think I might change these tiers. There's kind of a gap in B tier. So, I'm going to move you down to worthless. Move you down to worthless. I'm going to move you down. You down. You down. So then for this tier right here, we can move this is tough. So I can't move. Like, Odom belongs more in this tier than he does in this tier. Like, this tier is like your Pages, the Akoviches of the world. That's who belongs in this tier. Your Pink Diamond T-Max of the world are going to here. Your Xavier McDaniels of the world going to this tier. Xavier McDaniels isn't terrible. Like, again, he's a half interceptor, but that doesn't mean everything. Not the greatest scorer, not the greatest shooter. And he's just a really, really solid player. He's just a really solid player. RJ Barrett, A. RJ and Cam Reddish will always be forever joined at the hip. I prefer Cam Reddish. I know a lot of people prefer RJ Barrett. They are both incredible, incredible cards. You've got the better player build on Cam Reddish. You got the better all-around stats on... You got the better player build. You got the better scoring on Barrett. You've got the better leaner on Reddish. You got the better release on Barrett. You've got the better all-around defensive stats on Reddish, but also Barrett's got better interior. I know, they're very close. They're very, very close. They're both A. Terry Dishinger, A. Like, you give this Terry Dishinger even, like, Chef. He's insane. There's a reason why you didn't see, as far as I'm aware, you didn't see any Paul Georges. You didn't see any Elgin Baylors in 250. You saw a lot of Terry Dishingers. So, yeah, he's going to go A. I like this Kukoc. I only think he's one tier below Lamar Odom. I actually do really like this Kukoc. I know a lot of people don't, but I actually really like him. And then this might be controversial for you guys, but I don't like T-Mac B tier. I think T-Mac is at that Paul George level. He's at that PG level, but it's like... Everyone B tier and above is more usable, and I probably wouldn't use anyone C tier and below. Like, the gap between Dominique and anyone in B tier is huge. Like, the best player in C tier right now is probably Gerald Green. And the gap between Gerald Green and Lamar Odom is pretty big. It's pretty big. Lamar Odom's probably the worst player in B tier. Okay, now we're on our last four. Which of these two make it? And my controversial pick is that Vince Carter's makes it. I love Vince Carter. I think this is one of the most chick players in the game. Like, I'm not going to get him because I'm just lazy. I'm just lazy. Like, I'm genuinely considering just buying more cables, hooking my PS4 up to my bedroom TV, and just grind stuff while lying down in bed next season. Because if we get a grind like Vince Carter, I'm like, for next season, I'm going to do it. I'm not going to just regret not doing it till the very end. Vince Carter could be him. Or Vince Carter is him. He really is him. Now, I'm sorry, Ty. LeBron in A. If you are playing the game competitively and you want to cone, LeBron James probably belongs in S tier. If you are just a bog standard average player this game, LeBron James is not going to be as effective as these guys. Including Kawhi. I think Kawhi shoots the ball better than LeBron, which is why I have Kawhi over LeBron. But Kawhi might lose a spot. I'm torn. Like, I think I'm going to go Scotty. Scotty just moves more than LeBron. Like, Terry Dishinger, I think A tier, no brainer. But, I'm really, really torn between Scotty and LeBron for that last spot. I think Scotty moves better. And we only want 5. I'm 100% dead set on Mallon, Maxwell, and Vince Carter. Like, I could easily drop Kawhi and keep Scotty instead. I don't know. I think I'm going to stay as it is. LeBron is an honorary 6th S tier, but considering I can't put more than 6 in... I can't put more than 5 in a position 8 or in a position's S tier. He's going to go there. So anyway, yeah, let me know what you guys think. Do you guys agree or do you guys disagree with my list? If you guys don't agree, that is perfectly fine. That's the point of this list. We all have our own opinions on this game. No two people's opinions are going to be the same. And these videos are for entertainment purposes more than anything. If I have one of your favorite players in a low tier, it's just my opinion. If I have one of your least favorite players in a high tier, it's just my opinion. If you're angry at my opinion, that is, again, perfectly fine. But at the end of the day, this list is, as I've said, just my opinion. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. Let me know what you guys agree with in the comments, what you guys disagree with. Or if you just think this is a horrific list, like some of you guys comment every single time. For those people who comment every day, tell me how bad my tier lists are, I appreciate the views. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.